Alright guys, yes, we're here back and probably one of the biggest comeback, it feels like the biggest comeback ever for me. I'm back in my YouTube studio, I'm back here. It really feels good to sit here again. It's been almost 3 years since the last time, guys, I've been sitting here in the YouTube studio, and today is probably one of the most requested videos out there. I wanted to talk about the Sony a6000, and the Sony a6000 has actually been the start from overshutterspeed. It's been the camera it was like with Pokemon, with my first starter Pokemon. I chose the Sony a6000 and there my journey began, and I wanted to talk about if it's still worth in 2024, and I've done recently a lot of videos on the Sony a6000. I still use it today, but in this video I want to talk more about the pros and cons, and at the end, of course, give you my opinion and the technical stuff. I've done so many videos on the Sony a6000, and you probably out there already know a lot about the Sony a6000. It's actually pretty crazy. It's around 10 years old, and still so many people use the Sony a6000 today. It really surprises me. I mean, I go on YouTube, I see so many videos on the Sony a6000, and it's a great camera still. So you can see I'm definitely a pro Sony a6000 guy. But I did notice a lot of changes recently, especially I'm not pretty sure, but has the Sony a6000 has been cancelled? I think it has been cancelled. It's crazy, really. It's I saw 3-4 years ago, I saw so many sales on the Sony a6000 on Amazon. I saw so many sales, it was crazy. You could literally get the Sony a6000 for 350 euros with the kit lens. But you can definitely see that I feel like Sony is stepping away from the Sony a6000 now. I couldn't find any deals on Amazon on the Sony a6000 which were affordable. I saw like the Sony a6000 for 800 euros recently, and I feel like 2 years ago the Sony a6000 had its peak. Also for me as a photographer, the videos I did on the Sony a6000 2 years ago were crazy. I uploaded a video on the Sony a6000 and it got like in 1 week 10,000 views. And now if I upload a video on the Sony a6000, it only gets around 400 or 500 views. It's just, I feel like the Sony a6000 is getting a bit outdated. Maybe it's because also of the specs and the value you can get. I mean, most photographers out there want a camera with 4K, for example. The Sony a6000 only has 1080p. I mean, you see now, you go on Amazon, you see like Sony a6700, Sony a6400, and the Sony a6400, guys, is a huge deal breaker at the moment. I saw like the Sony a6400 for 780 euros with the kit lens, and that was just such a good deal. So you can definitely see there are huge changes going on with the Sony a6000. And for me as a photographer, I still use it of course today, but I don't necessarily would say that it's worth to get brand new in 2024. If you are really a hobby photographer, I would definitely get it like on eBay for 200. I wouldn't pay more than 250 euros for it, because you can get much more value out of it, like with the Sony a6400 or other cameras. But it just feels sad for me to see like the Sony a6000 declining, especially in sales, because it's not on the market as much anymore as it has been. So yeah, let me know what you think, guys. What is your opinion on the Sony a6000? I wanted to also say, to go back to the story with the Sony a6000 I got in 2020. So after 2 years, it had around 150,000 shutter count, and then while I was doing a photo shoot, it broke. I still, of course, had the backup camera. It was actually a Sony a6400. You can also check out the video up here. I actually wanted to do a Sony a6000 video on that photo shoot, but it broke, so I was reviewing the Sony a6400. Doesn't mean like your Sony a6000 breaks straight away. It was so used, guys. It was it was like screaming already. Then I got a new Sony a6000. I paid for the second. I got around 400 euros, and then suddenly the prices went up so high, and it's crazy to see, like I said, the prices go high. So the real question is it worth it to buy? So in my opinion, like I said, I think it's worth to get pre-owned. Then it's definitely worth it. If you see it for 800 euros, I would think twice, guys. Just think you could invest that money much better. It's a great beginner camera. I started with it and I still use it today. And of course, guys, I will review it. But I'm slowly shifting into saying that I would rather get like the Sony a6400, because Sony is really branding the Sony a6400. They make a lot of sales on it, and the autofocus is much better. Also 4K what you have. So it's pretty much the same camera with better specs. So yeah, this is my opinion, guys. Quick one. So yeah, what is your opinion on the Sony a6000? Let me know. And guys, make sure to subscribe. Check out all the other videos up here on the Sony a6000. And guys, make sure to take care and see you next time.